Hello, I'm in Dinefwr Park this morning. It's National Trust property here in Carmarthenshire. It is windy and it's a bit cold, but it's looking like the sun might come out. Sam's looking really smart this morning. He's been to the hairdressers. Sam's a Bichon cross with a poodle, in case you might be wondering. It's a lovely breed. I think there's a lot more poodle in him than Bichon, which is just as well because the poodle's legs are a lot longer and in theory keeps him out of the mud. A few years ago, when we had a lot of snow here, I took some photographs of this view. They were really pretty with all the snow. I did 1 or 2 sketches, and in actual fact I started a little bigger picture the other day because I found them so attractive. So when I get back to the studio, I'll dig those out and show you what I did. This is a nicer view of Newton House. You can see it better now. In actual fact, there's a 2-for-1 here, because if I pan over, you can see Dinefwr Castle, that iconic shape outlined against the sky. I've done lots of paintings of this. And back again. There we go. Look at the blue of the hills behind there. That's something to remember when you're painting. Changing the light, the sun's come out. So we've got a nice picture now. We've got a clearer view of the mansion. This is Newton House in its full glory. And we're going down to the church now. I can hear that woodpecker, but I can't see it. So here we are down at the little church again. I can still hear the woodpeckers, and we have got a nice show of snowdrops down here today. This is nice. I do like this. We've got all the snowdrops and then we've got the base of these little trees that are growing. I think that might make a nice picture. So we zoom in a little bit. That looks lovely, doesn't it? Perhaps we'll have a go at that sometime. Keep the pictures. And just moving up a little bit here from the trees, you can see those distant hills again. I'm not sure if they're looking quite as blue. I mean, they will change, obviously, with the light. But don't be frightened of putting distant hills in your pictures and doing them really blue. It accentuates the distance, gives you a sense of aerial perspective. These are lovely. I like the colours behind the snowdrops here. Quite often when I've painted snowdrops before, they've been quite cold, the backgrounds. But if you notice here, they're growing through the leaves, and you've got some lovely browns and sort of orangey colours coming through, which might be quite nice to put in a picture. So I've spotted this on the way back. I suppose it could be some sort of nest box, but maybe it's something to do with the survey of wildlife around here. If anybody does know, they could put a comment in the below on this video. That'd be really helpful. There's always something new to spot, isn't there? I'll never get home at this rate. Again, this fungi, I'll have to look it up and see what it is again. If anybody does know, it's always nice to put some comments in the box below. From what I gathered looking up fungi a little while ago, I think it's some sort of bracket fungi, but I'm sure there are all sorts of different ones with different names. This is beautiful. So here we are back in the studio. I've been looking out some past paintings of Dinefwr Park to show you. I've actually found some little cards that I painted going on for 20 years ago now. I've also got a recent painting of Newton House in the snow, that little scene that I was telling you about when we were on the walk. I'm currently working on a step-by-step tutorial of snowdrops, and that's coming along quite nicely. It should be up on YouTube, I don't know, in 3 or 4 days, I suppose, and I'll give you a little preview of it now. If you want to catch the whole thing, then it's best to subscribe to my channel and then you won't miss anything. Right, let's have a look at these cards. So here are some of the cards that I painted a long time ago now. This is a picture of Llandilo, where I live. The river in front is called the River Towie. And here we've got a couple more sort of general scenes of a little bridge close by here. And I rather like this one actually, this little bridge here. I like the loose way I did the trees on this. I think I've tightened up a little bit since then, I hope not. But I'd like to have another go at doing trees in this very loose manner sometime, maybe for a step-by-step tutorial. Here I've got a couple of snow scenes of Dinefwr Park. Here's Dinefwr Castle on this one. And here again, I did say I painted Dinefwr Castle quite a lot. This is another one, again, a snow scene. Quite like the colours in that, I like the greens. This is a larger card, again, of Dinefwr Castle, this time with, must have been May, this time with the bluebells. And here I've got the two small cards showing Llandrfeisant Church. Obviously we've got a summery one, and then again, because I do like painting snow scenes, we've got one of the little church in the snow. And something a little bit more up to date, this is the little sketch I told you about of Newton House that I did from some of those photographs. And here is a more considered drawing of the same scene. I've had plenty of time to paint the last day or two, what with the February storms, so I actually managed to get this little picture finished today. I'm quite pleased with it. I think I went some way towards capturing the atmosphere of the day and the character of the house. I also managed a little sketch of those trees with the snowdrops in front. So as you can see, I've been going a bit mad here painting snowdrops, haven't I? This one, I like the purple in this one, and all this textural work here is done by sprinkling salt into the wash when it's wet. Similarly here, this is lovely, this effect here, isn't it? It's a little bit over the top maybe, but I don't mind, and a little bit of splattering on it. And this one, I like to keep the base of these pictures quite loose. And finally this one, little one here, this is the one that I've mainly used for the step-by-step tutorial. It's quite simple, this one, with just the 3 flowers, and I've incorporated some of these nice warm colours that I saw while I was out. Well, I'm going to wrap this up now. Remember, I do have this step-by-step tutorial coming out, painting snowdrops, if you're interested. I have links to all the places that I visited today in the description box below.